What is up, everyone? My name is Adam with the Lavin Real Estate Group and Next Home Synergy, and I'm here today with a quick market update for Delaware County. So this is just going to be a quick recap on what's been going on in the real estate market and where I think we're going to go. So in the month of February, we had 199 homes listed. The average price for that home was about $349,900, so a little bit under $350 for marketing's sake. And then we had 172 homes closed at $337,500 as the median price range. Now, what we need to remember is that those homes that are closing in the last month were coming from the 30 days to 90 days prior to that. So they were realistically coming from deals that were done in November, December, and January for the most part. Now, average days on market have been about 28 days still in the county, and the close times have kind of been closing in on those. So a lot of those deals were probably from the end of December into January, most likely. But that being said, just remember that that is a reflection of what was going on realistically 2 to 3 months ago. Now, what's going on right now is that is the standard list rate. What we're seeing out there is quite a debacle in terms of what's going on in terms of list prices and what we're doing with our buyers in terms of creating offers for houses. And the reason why is that there is a huge disparity in terms of what the house is actually going to sell for versus what some agents are listing the home at. And the reason why is because a lot of agents that are listing homes out there are still trying to create kind of the pandemonium and the multiple offer situation that had occurred in 2020 and into 2021 with all the new mortgages that were written. So in doing that, they're actually listing the house and pricing the house well below where they know the house is ultimately going to sell. So for example, if the home we know is worth about $350,000, what they're doing is listing it far below that, let's say at like $310,000, $320,000, knowing that it's going to drive in a wider variety of buyers, creating multiple offers, and then giving them more offers that they can negotiate with. Now, the reverse end of that, what we're seeing with the buyers is because on some of these properties that are being listed that way, and there is such competition still, there is still the scenario that I'm sure a lot of you have heard about in the past about waiving inspections and offering a higher escrow deposit, better terms for the seller in terms of helping them move out in terms of closing dates and allowing them to rent the home back from them until they find a home. But that being said, the kind of new standard that is existing out there that we see a lot of winning bids on these homes occurring with are people that are waiving appraisals or willing to pay the difference on the appraisal. And what that essentially means is that if you get the home appraised for $350,000, but realistically we wrote the offer for $370,000 on a house, the bank that you're mortgaging with is only going to give you a mortgage for up to $350,000, so you'd be on the hook for the other $20,000. Now I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but just kind of where the market is at right now. Now on the opposite end, we still have agents out there that are a little bit more conservative with their pricing, as well as, ultimately we're listing as agents, we're listing the house for what the seller wants. And so the sellers don't want to, drive the price too low because they just want to put the price out there that they want to get. So on the opposite end, we are seeing houses out there that are listed what it looks like to be high, but they're not. They're pretty much right in line where it's going to ultimately close at. What is to be yet to be seen is where the appraisers are going to land in this when these homes start closing 30 to 60 days from now. It's a lot of unknown territory that we're working in right now, and for all of these reasons, that's really why it's super important to be working with a real estate agent if you're selling your house that understands how to list your house and what might happen and how to troubleshoot those problems as we go through the process 30 to 60 days from now. And also, if you're a buyer, understanding the market and knowing when the home has been priced low, so that you need to come in with a little bit stronger offer, or when the house is priced high, and we know that, you know, our offer doesn't have to be as high above asking price, or if it can come in at asking price with maybe just better terms, so that you're not, you know, left paying ultimately too much money for the house, knowing that it'll never appraise. So super important that if you have an agent that you're working with, you talk through them with about these things if you haven't already, or if you're interviewing an agent to work with in the future going into this spring and summer market, that they are familiar with these things and that they have a game plan that they can, you know, lay out to you and tell you how you're going to deal with this. But if you don't, I'd love to get a chance to talk to you as well. Now, the other thing to kind of keep an eye on as well is that mortgage rates are still hovering around 4%. They have, you know, definitely gone up since this past summer, when they were at historic lows, and, you know, before that as well. The other thing to know is that it's still a seller's market. Versus last year, the average home price in Delaware County was about $275,000. It's up about $75,000 year over year right now, just on the average home price. So pretty crazy jump. But with that, what we're seeing right now is those mortgage rates continuing to grow, which ultimately is going to reduce the buying power for new home purchasers. Now, if you're selling your home and rolling your home over into the next one, obviously you're going to have a lot more equity to play with. But for those first-time home buyers or buyers that are going up in price, obviously, you know, we're seeing the crunch now with the escalation in mortgage rates. So make sure you're working with a great lender that can kind of anticipate where that's going. If you need one, certainly feel free to give me a call. But that's kind of where we're at right now in the month of March. As we go forward, I don't foresee a whole lot changing right now. Obviously, as we get into the warmer months and into the summer, we are going to see inventory loosen up a little bit. That being said, I know our one lender that we work with has over 250 pre-approvals written, so there will certainly not be a lack of buyers for any of the houses that do come on the market. So like I said, if you have any questions about any of this or need any advice, feel free to give me a call, text me, or you can email me as well. The email is written below. My number is 610-442-9371. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.